Hello everyone, my name is Infinity and this is Magnetize Yourself, where we talk about life, love, spirituality, and of course, the law of attraction. Today we're going to be talking about things that block manifestation. These are the things that if you are having the experience of wanting to manifest something so badly, maybe it's something you've wanted for months or for years, and no matter what, you just feel like it's always just out of arm's length. Like there is something literally blocking you from being able to manifest that thing. Well, after this video, by analyzing these specific things that could be blocking your manifestation and taking inventory of yourself, you will have the power to uncover exactly what is standing between you and your heart's desire. Because the thing that most people don't understand about manifestation is that it is supposed to be effortless. It's not supposed to be hard. In fact, the art of manifestation is programmed so deeply into us as human beings, as conscious souls, that from early childhood, we often accidentally do certain manifestation techniques. Like, for example, when you were young, did you ever doodle your crush's name or daydream about a relationship with them? Well, this is one small example of you as a child using these ingrained, built-in manifestation techniques accidentally, things that you just knew to do because this doodling your crush's name and daydreaming about them. In the law of attraction community, we could actually call those things scripting and visualizing. We just put these labels on them, right? But we know how to do this. You know how to do this. You have the power to manifest whatever it is that you want. And just the fact that you want that thing is your indication that a reality exists in which you are experiencing that thing, and you have the ability to use the power of your mind to shift into that reality. As soon as you overcome whichever of these manifestation blocks are preventing that thing from manifesting, from showing up for you. But first, let me give a quick shout out to my website, Sound and Soulful. I'll get into subliminals a bit later on in this video, but subliminals are a very powerful tool you can use to overcome negative subconscious thought blockages that may be preventing you from manifesting what you want in life. They are a way to essentially magnetize your energy for whatever you want in life through the power of your subconscious mind. So if you'd like to access my library of over 100 subliminals, harness the power of your subconscious, and manifest anything you want in life by overcoming these subconscious mind blockages, check the description box for more information on that. So what is the first block to manifestation? Generational curses. Now, I know that when we think of something as a generational curse, it sounds almost mystical or fantastical. But a generational curse is nothing more than a habit of thinking that has been passed down from generation to generation. Therefore, this habit of thinking handed to us from our parents and from their parents before them and on down the line, then plays out in specific ways in our lives. One example of this that is very common is the generational curse of lack of money, of poverty. Poverty is a generational curse because it's a way of thinking, a pattern of thinking that gets passed down from one generation to the next. So in the case of a poverty mindset, If you have this particular generational curse, then when you were young, you overheard your parents talking negatively about money or finances, and your brain subconsciously recorded these thoughts and conversations, absorbed them in the form of these subconscious money blockages. Then, as an adult, when you go about trying to consciously change your mindset around money, the reason you so often struggle to manifest the money you desire and deserve is because every time you try to use these conscious mind practices like affirmations, like visualization, you come up against these deeply rooted subconscious money blocks. And this can occur with anything, not just money, but another common generational curse is for love and romance. So if you come from, for example, a line of women who don't embrace their own power and worthiness and have settled for relationships that are less than they truly deserve, you will find yourself constantly settling in your own romantic life, constantly feeling unworthy and mistreated in your own romantic relationships, and you will feel as if you are unable to attract the kind of romantic partners you desire and deserve, no matter what you try to do to change yourself, to change your appearance, to change the kinds of people you date. You will always find yourself stuck in these negative relationship patterns. And the reason, again, is because these patterns have literally been programmed into you generationally from your parents, who then had those patterns programmed into them from your grandparents, and just on it goes until one person decides, hey, I recognize this generational curse for what it is, and I am consciously choosing to break it. If you're listening to this video and you're realizing you're under some kind of generational curse that has blocked you from manifesting a particular thing, know that you have the power to break this curse because you were conscious, you were awake enough to be the one to recognize it. And the way that we break these curses, these patterns of thinking, are by reprogramming the subconscious part of our brain, that 95% of our brain. A powerful way to do this is through listening to subliminal affirmations tracks. And this is why I so highly recommend subliminals, because nearly every law of attraction practice is only working on the conscious 5% of your brain and completely ignoring that majority of your brain that is thousands of times more powerful, those unconscious parts of the brain that truly have the power to block your manifestations or to allow for effortless manifestation. So you can access any of the subliminals in my library of over 100 subliminal tracks completely free for 7 days. And if there's something you're trying to manifest that you feel this subconscious blockage around, I highly recommend creating an account on my site. Try a subliminal that connects with the thing you're trying to manifest and listen consistently for 7 days and just see what kinds of changes begin to show up for you. Most people begin to experience massive energetic shifts within these first 7 days. So just allow yourself to immerse your subconscious mind in new positive messages and see what begins to change for you. The second way we block our own manifestations are by speaking against them. Words are spells, just like we say, it's kind of a play on words because we talk about spelling a word, right? What most people don't realize is our words in themselves hold immense amounts of creative and destructive power. Our brain is always listening to how we speak, and the ways we speak are constantly affecting our own mind, our own thoughts, our own energy, even when we think that we're just joking. Our unconscious mind can't recognize a joke. This is why I so often tell people never make jokes about being broke or poor, or make jokes about being ugly or not looking the way you want to look. Because your unconscious mind is always listening to the words you speak. Words are a powerful form of energy, especially our own words that we speak aloud and within our own minds on a day-to-day basis. So if you tell yourself you are building the business of your dreams, if you desire to build a successful business, but then every day you find yourself saying, "Oh, I'm just so bad at this part of my business," or, "Well, most businesses aren't successful. What if I don't succeed?" If you speak negatively about yourself or your business success, you are energetically affecting your business. You are energetically blocking your own manifestation through your words. So instead, speak positively about yourself and the things you're trying to manifest, even if you don't believe your words. And this is key because at first, it may seem strange to speak positively about the things you're trying to manifest before you see them. In society, we are taught to only believe and speak about things once we see them in physical reality. But in order to manifest, we must reverse engineer that equation. We must not only be able to believe in something before we can see it, but we must be able to speak positively about it as if it's already happening before it happens. And if you can begin doing this, you will not only remove the manifestation block, but if you speak positively about your manifestation, you will then fast track yourself to that ultimate physical, full-blown manifestation you desire. The third way we block our own manifestation, and this is a toughie but so key to understand, is we allow ourselves and our energy to be affected by the opinions of others. Empaths and highly sensitive people listening out there, pay attention because you are going to be especially affected by this, but everyone can be affected by this to some extent. So this is when I have an example for you that I'm sure you've experienced. Have you ever gotten really excited about a business idea or any idea or a relationship or just anything in your life? You felt so good about it. You knew that you were going to create or manifest this thing. You were just on fire about it. And then you share your idea with someone else. And instantly, because of their reaction or opinion, you find your energy negatively shifting as a result of telling them about this idea. This isn't your fault. This happens to all of us as human beings. It goes back to a very tribal mentality from ancient times, where if we didn't follow what the other members of our tribe were doing, we put ourselves in immense physical danger because we stood out to predators. We were physically insecure or at risk for being different. Well, now, in our more evolved state in modern day, we still have this tribal mind conditioning from these ancient times that causes us to want to naturally adapt our mind and our energy to the people around us. This is why in motivational speaking in this sphere, you will often hear of people saying that you become like the 7 people, I think it's 7, I can't remember the amount, but you'll become like a certain number of people you spend the most time around. And this is because it is built into our very DNA to want to adapt ourselves to the people around us. It brings us a sense of security to adapt to them, but this works to our disadvantage and can block our manifestation when it comes to sharing these powerful new ideas we have with others. And then adapting to perhaps their negative thoughts or opinions about those ideas, which then in turn will affect our energy negatively, slow down our momentum, or even stop it altogether and completely prevent the manifestation of that thing. This is why I really subscribe to an idea that I heard actually from Abraham Hicks, if you're familiar with their teachings. And actually, this was a paper that Jerry Hicks wrote, who has since passed away, but was the husband of Esther Hicks, who speaks for Abraham Hicks. And Jerry Hicks wrote a paper that said, keep your ideas to themselves until they are fully formed. And in my own life, I have found this to be such an effective and important thing to do. If you want to manifest something, it may be a good idea to allow this idea to pick up energetic momentum within yourself before sharing it with others, or at the very least, to be selective about the people you share your ideas with. Because whenever you share your idea with someone, you are sharing a massive asset. You are sharing energy with this person. So be sure that you can trust this person's intentions, that this person is also a high vibrational being, that this person will understand where you're coming from if you are going to share this idea with them before it has a lot of energetic momentum. The fourth way we block manifestation is actually through our environment. Now, this could be our social environment or our physical environment. Let's begin with the ways our social environment can block manifestation. This goes back to what I said about the people you're surrounded by affecting your energy. It's very natural and even primitive and ingrained within us to pick up on the energy of others. So if your social environment, you are constantly surrounded by people who speak negatively about money and finances, you're going to find yourself blocked when you try to manifest money because you are absorbing so much poverty mentality from the people around you. Similarly, this can work in terms of your physical environment as well. So many people understand that we can contradict ourselves with our words, that we can block our manifestation with our words, but many people don't realize we can actually also contradict our own intention and block manifestation through things in our physical environment. So for example, if we are trying to manifest love, but we have some kind of, I'm trying to think of a good example. Okay, so there's an example that I read about of a man who was trying to attract love into his life. And this man was a painter, and he painted these images of someone being alone, these images of solitude and isolation. And the woman who was his spiritual mentor advised him that if he truly wanted to manifest a loving romantic relationship, instead of painting loneliness, he should paint a relationship, a beautiful, passionate relationship, and put those paintings up in his house. And sure enough, when he began painting about romance and love and hanging those new images in his home, he began to attract so many romantic relationships and opportunities, he didn't have the time to even pursue all of them. The reason was because when he was hanging these paintings that depicted loneliness and sadness, that is what he was attracting back into his love life. So observe your own physical environment and ask yourself, do I have anything in my physical environment that may be constantly contradicting the thing I am trying to manifest? And last but absolutely not least, the fifth way we block manifestation is, of course, through our own doubts, fears, and anxieties. Many of these doubts and fears seem uncontrollable to us. I know within my own life, I've had things I'm trying to manifest, and sometimes it feels as if I'm not even in control of the random doubts and fears and anxious feelings that immediately seem to pop up when I try to manifest something new into my life. And I've discovered for myself that these negative thoughts are actually subconscious patterns of thinking, and that's why they seem to pop up so naturally and even uncontrollably in my mind, because they're coming from deep subconscious mind programming from early childhood and through teen years and even early adulthood. This is why I have experienced so many positive shifts in my own life from listening to subliminals, because subliminals are targeted at that unconscious part of the brain. If you struggle with doubt or anxiety or fear, I have created subliminals designed specifically to help you overcome these particular mind blockages so that you can manifest the things you desire in life. And again, all the information about my subliminals will be in the description box of this video. Thank you for listening to this podcast. If I resonated with you, please subscribe to this channel, join our community of like-minded, conscious, creative beings here on YouTube. I hope to see you again in my next podcast. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll talk to you again soon.